So I think this bottle is from 1982 to 1985 because I can tell from the tax label. What would we expect from a Brandy de Jerez that's 40 years old? Hello and welcome to My Tiny Bottles, the project where I'm exploring my grandmother's legacy of miniature liquor bottles, one tiny bottle at a time. I'm your host, Tammy Coxon, and I'm here in Jerez de la Frontera with Borja, and he's going to tell us a little bit about where we are.
Hello, my name is Borja, and I have a tiny wine shop in Jerez. I sell probably the better wine in the world, is cherry wine.
Yes, I agree. And we are here not to taste sherry, alas, because I have not found a tiny bottle of sherry yet, but I do have a tiny bottle of Cardenal Mendoza brandy. And so what can you tell us about Cardenal Mendoza?
Cardenal Mendoza is a famous brandy here in Jerez, made from an old company. And it's very popular, it's so good brandy, yes.
So I think this bottle is from 1982 to 1985 because I can tell from the tax label. What would we expect from a Brandy de Jerez that's 40 years old?
Yes, it's fantastic brandy. Yes, so good.
All right, well, let's find out. Some of these bottles are very low because they were made of plastic. This one is glass and very, very solid. It was wrapped in plastic, bright yellow plastic, which is now in my glass. Oh, that tax label. All right. This is part of the fun. Aha! Okay, and there's a little cardboard. That's why we have that good seal. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and pour you some. So what are you noticing?
It smells so good. Smells so good.
Any particular aromas that you notice?
Nuts.
Nuts? I just mostly get the alcohol. It's very hot.
Yes.
A little bit of raisin. Sweet,
little bit.
Sweet smell.
So good.
Tastes good. It's not very sweet. I've had some Brandy de Jerez, which is quite sweet.
A little bit.
This is not very sweet.
No,
it's
a little bit only.
A little bit? So how would you think an old bottle like this would compare to the modern Cardenal Mendoza? We have a modern bottle right here.
Probably similar.
Probably similar. You expect it to be about the same? All right, let's find out. We went to the restaurant across the street to get these glasses so that we could compare.
Salud.
Salud. More caramel, toffee, raisin, much more aromatic. And this is my experience with the older bottles. They aren't, you can't smell them as much, at least right away. They come up later.
More concentrate.
More
perhaps.
Concentrated?
More lighter.
It is lighter.
This is more concentrate.
The older one? It's even a little thicker.
A little bit, yes. Lose some water, perhaps.
Maybe.
More concentrate.
Much richer in flavor.
Yes. Perhaps lose a little bit.
A little bit of water.
Yeah.
And the alcohol.
40.
I think it's 40 all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Older is better.
Older is better. Older is better. All right. Well, this one wins. So far, I've tasted liqueurs. Most of the time, the old ones are not good. Some spirits, the old ones are better, and some not.
Yeah.
I like the old one better.
Yes. Perhaps if you wait 30 years.
In the bottle?
Yes. In a big bottle too. It's the same.
Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
This is made in the same method that's used to make sherry. So it's aged through a variety of barrels, and barrels are refilled, and it's the same kind of process that they use to make the amazing sherry wines that we are surrounded by right now. Thank you so much for tasting with me.
Thank you for you.
And where can people find you on the internet if they want to know more about your shop?
lacasadeljerez.hot or what?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Salud.
Cheers.
¿Pero por qué lo hacen tan mal ahora?
No, no que lo hagan mal, es que antes lo hacían mejor.
All right, so this is tasting part 2. This is John Kencia. He is the reason that I am here because he works with Zingerman's Food Tours, and I'm on a food tour of Andalusia at this time. And John is one of the Spanish tour partners. But fortunately, he speaks a little bit more English than Borja did. And he also told me that he is actually a big fan of Cardenal Mendoza. And this was your brandy. So tell us about that.
Yeah, this was my go-to brandy for years. In the 80s, I moved to Spain in 1980, and I was introduced to Cardenal Mendoza by my first father-in-law. He had a bar in Madrid, and it was something that I would have 1 or 2 fingers each night for years.
So this is from your era. So this is 82 to 85.
And I would drink it from 80 until about the middle of the 90s, and at that time, I found other brandies that I liked more.
All right, well, so here is a Blasphemer Pass, John. Does it smell like it used to? Does it taste like you remember it?
Better
than you remember it? It's
that is really good.
You like that one?
Yeah, that's excellent.
And it smells really good. Actually, in the shop when we first opened it, it couldn't smell it very much, but it's come up a lot now, and it's really got a lot more caramel notes, a lot more aroma and flavor.
Caramel.
Yeah. All right, so I also have for you the modern one, so we can see how that's changed.
Okay, just on the note, this is why I actually transitioned out of Cardenal Mendoza. All right. This has got a sweeter caramel on the nose, and I'm a little afraid to taste it. But Cardenal Mendoza will have the wood very well integrated into the brandy. There's some nice soft vanilla notes.
Yes.
And this smells like caramel. It's actually lost the toastiness on the nose. That's still a good brandy. It's not as well integrated. It's got more it's higher alcohol. You notice a hotter brandy?
I think they're both the same percentage, and so maybe
it's the integration.
It's integrated differently. Yeah. Yes, it definitely tastes different.
But no, I don't. I have no idea if it's got more alcohol or not. But it tastes hotter.
Well, thank you, John.
Well, thank you.
You want to finish that one? You can totally finish that one. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to find out more about My Tiny Bottles, you can do that at mytinybottles.com. And of course, follow me on all your social media for more tiny bottles in fascinating places. Cheers.